Hey, welcome class. We're going to talk about the 5 types of reactions that you might come across in chemistry. So the 5 types are synthesis, or you could name it as combination. You have decomposition, single replacement, double replacement, and combustion. So the first one is synthesis or combination. It is A plus B equals AB. You're only ever going to make one product. Okay, it's like a dating game. You're trying to make one couple. So you have 1 plus 1 equals 1. So you get 2 reactants plus go together to make one product. Here are some examples of synthesis reactions. For example, the NaCl, that's how they make salt. CaOH, that's a base they can use to clean things or neutralize acids. And then you'll notice that there's water underneath here because it's just run in the presence of water to make this other salt. Here's a common synthesis reaction. You have iron plus oxygen makes rust. Okay, us in Ohio, we deal with rust all the time on our vehicles. The next one is a decomposition reaction. It is AB goes to A plus B. Well, it goes from one reactant to then 2 separate products. Okay, it's a decomposition. So when you look at the dating game, it is one couple goes to the 2 individual people. So it is the breakup. Ouch. So, for example, H2CO3, this is carbonic acid. This is what gives the bubbles in your carbonated beverages. That breaks apart and it makes water and CO2 gas. This is why carbonated beverages go flat. Then you also have the bottom 2 that, again, break up into water and then some kind of gas. The most common one is H2CO3 going to water and CO2. You guys see this all the time in pop or soda. So how can they be related? Well, they are, right, what you think? Opposites. They're opposites. Example, F plus O2 goes to F2O3, or F2O3 goes to Fe plus O2. Single replacement, okay? One thing goes in and replaces the other. So one reactant is going to be replaced by another, and it can be either a cation or an anion. Okay, what does it look like? You got A, he wants to dance with C, so he taps in, and B is leaving. It's called the cut-in. So single replacements, if you have a metal, you're replacing the cation. So zinc solid gets dropped into copper 2 sulfate, and you then form copper solid. So you'll actually get pieces of copper, and you'll have zinc sulfate. Common single replacement, you have sodium metal dropped into a solution of calcium chloride, and you're going to get sodium chloride and calcium metal. Double replacement. This is the old switcheroo. You're switching ions. So it is called the do-si-do dance. Or what I like to call it as is you go on a couple blind dates. Okay, you and your friend go on a blind double date. You happen to like your friend's date more, and your friend likes your date more. So naturally, you guys just switch dates and live happily ever after. So what happens here is you have H and Na. They're going to swap places, giving you NaCl and water. This is an acid in hydrochloric acid, HCl. It is a base, NaOH, so it neutralizes those and makes a salt plus water. Combustion reactions, that's the big one that you guys were all waiting on. And here are some common combustion reactions. You'll notice that they all have oxygen, they all have CO2, and they all have water. The combustion, the player. So oxygen is the person who just wants to date everyone. Okay. So oxygen combines with either with carbon and with hydrogen to make CO2 or water. Some examples. Hydrogen can be combust and make just water. You can take carbon and combust it and make CO2. You can take CH4, which is methane. Okay, it's natural gas. Combust it and make those. So you're going to have this big carbon and hydrogen chain at the beginning of all combustion reactions. So the question is, I observed. Describe what you saw or what happened in the combustion reactions. What I would say is I saw the fuel source, CH4 or C4H10, being broken apart and combining with the oxygen to make CO2 and water every time. C4H10 is propane. So this is what happens when you're grilling during the summer. Thinking about it, A plus B goes to AB goes to A plus B, AB plus C goes to AC plus B, or AB plus CD goes to AC plus BD. Well, synthesis, decomp, single replacement, or known as SR, double replacement, or also known as DR. So in summary, your general equations are right there for you. You might want to know those. Those would be quite helpful. And then balancing chemical equations. Okay, you would get these, and then you'd have to balance them as we did in the previous week. All righty. If you have any questions, go ahead and stop by Mr. Carneal's desk or myself and let us know. Other than that, best of luck, and we'll get through this together.